Hey, what's up you guys? It's your girl Brandy coming at you with another video, and for this week I wanted to do almost a tutorial of sorts. Not really, but like sort of kinda. I get a lot of people ask me, they'll say, I want to get started with streaming, I want to start doing this and that, I don't know where to start. And I get this question a lot, and it's not necessarily an answer that I can give in like the 5 minutes that most people expect so that they can like just start doing it. I would say for anybody that wants to start streaming, the first thing that you need to do is figure out if you are even able to stream given what your setup is. You need to have either a PlayStation or an Xbox, and you can stream right from that. The quality is going to be trash garbage, Exhibit A, but it is a way to start. It's where I started when I first started streaming. I streamed strictly from my PlayStation for almost a year before I even started streaming on PC. So you need to have one of those two things, or you need to have either a laptop or a computer that is strong enough to be able to stream. Most people just think, oh, I have a computer, I can stream. You don't have to necessarily have the best computer if you're just starting out. Like I streamed, even when I switched from PS4 to computer, I streamed off of a laptop. I had my laptop, and beside my laptop, I had my iPad, which is what I used to read chat off of. I streamed from my laptop. I would run OBS, I would stream, and I would have any other programs that I needed to play in the background. The quality was trash garbage, Exhibit B, but it was what it was. Some games ran smoothly, like League. Other games, like PUBG, I had those marshmallow buildings, and I couldn't get through doors, and I had things like this.
I'm still in the water. I can't get out of the water! What is that? My screen is frozen again. It unfroze and then it froze again.
Do it.
Oh shit, there's a building now. So I think I'm in the building now. I didn't know there was a building. How did I get in this building? There was no building a few minutes ago. Was there always a building here? How do I get out of this building? Oh please, dear God, I'm ready. Jesus, take me, please. No. Anybody? Anybody?
So, yeah, it, not necessarily the best, but it was a starting point. So for those people that are always like, oh, I want to stream, you need to have at least the bare minimums. Either one of those consoles that can stream right from it, or some sort of computer of sorts that can run the bare minimums. Now, as for what you need to begin streaming, first off, you need to pick where you're going to stream to. When I first started streaming, the only option was Twitch, because I started streaming for working on 5 years ago now. So there wasn't all of these other options that there are today. So as a new streamer, I would say pick a platform and stick with it to start at least. Because if you're one of those people that's like, I'm going to stream on Twitch and Mixer and Facebook and YouTube, you're not going to grow a significant following right off the bat. I would recommend, I'm not saying that you have to do this, but I would recommend to pick one of those things and stick with it. Grow a bit of a following. And then if you see that that's not the right platform for you, switch to something else, and hopefully you'll develop a community that will follow you. So you see a lot of those big name people like switching to Mixer or switching to Facebook or whatever. They already have a significant community that's willing to follow them to these other platforms. When you're starting out as a new streamer, I've noticed so many people, especially with Twitch's policies over the past couple months, how they've really cracked down on lurking and different communities that, go for follow and lurk for lurk and all that stuff. If you are somebody that has already started on Twitch and you're not seeing that it's picking up, or you're somebody that started on Facebook and it's not picking up, if you bounce from place to place, you're also not going to build a community either per se, because you're going to have a lot of disjointed groups. So it's not necessarily like one whole community that knows each other. So, as tip number 2, after knowing if you have the equipment to stream, make sure that you pick a platform that you're confident that you'll stick with for at least the foreseeable future. If you change over time, obviously that's fine. Once you have those two things, once you've seen that you have the equipment, it's decided on which thing you're going to stream on, then you need to figure out what streaming software you're going to be using. From what I am familiar with, I know there is OBS Classic, there is OBS Studio, and there is Streamlabs OBS. Now, I'm sure there's other things that you can stream off of that I might not be aware of, but things that I know of are those 3 things. I used OBS Classic for a very long time, and only recently in the past year actually switched over to OBS Studio. OBS Classic is a little outdated now, so I would recommend starting with Studio. But a lot of people also really like Streamlabs OBS. I've downloaded it. It's not really my cup of tea, but as a new streamer, it does give you a lot of pre-made overlays and such. So if you're not about to make all of your things right off the bat, Streamlabs OBS would be good as a starter thing. I particularly just never really figured it out. And I'm a creature of habit, so I just stayed with like straight OBS. But you need to download one of those programs. Whichever one you end up choosing, do your research, see what suits you, download one of those programs. My best advice in setting up your settings is literally just Google a tutorial of how to set up your OBS or how to set up your this or that, given whatever your particular specs are in your PC. Now, if you are a console streamer, none of this means anything to you because you don't have to worry about that. But if you are streaming from a PC, you obviously need one of these programs. All the instructions on how to do it are online. I'm not going to go into that, or I can make another video at another time. You're going to set up your stream via whatever program you decide to download, and then you just stream. That sounds like I'm making it super basic, because it is pretty basic. So many people, I feel like, harp on the fact that like they need everything to be perfect if they're going to start streaming, and that's not the case. My stream was a whole mess of not perfect for many years, and it still isn't perfect or to the standard that I want it to be, and I'm still always improving on my, what I work with, what I use. As for little side things, if you are starting to stream, make sure you have like profile pictures, make sure you have banners, make sure you have panels with information about you. If all of these things are blank, either on Twitch or Mixer or whatever the case may be, nobody's going to click on your stuff. Nobody is going to click on somebody that doesn't give any information about themselves at all, and you don't have any idea who they are. People are just not going to be interested. They're not going to have that drive to be like, let me figure out who this person is, if you don't even give them a name and a face. So set all that stuff up. Doesn't have to be perfect, just give them something. Secondly, I would also say make sure that you pick a time. A schedule is super, super important. If you work a job where you're all over the place and your schedule is going to be constantly changing, put that somewhere. Make sure your community or the community that's going to be built knows that your schedule fluctuates. If you know that you'll be able to stream from, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day, put that down somewhere, because having a schedule is going to help people to know when to come back to check out your stream. And then you're going to kind of start getting those reoccurring viewers that come through, and that's how you're going to build a community. These are just kind of little ideas on how to get started. And the last advice that I could give is just stream. Just do it. Turn it on, play whatever game you want. People are going to trickle through, and don't get discouraged. I went over a year with having like 2 to 3 viewers, and that was it. I didn't fluctuate much higher than that. So, at first it's going to just be people and then slowly you're going to get more and more people come in that you don't know, and you're going to form your own little family, your own little stream family. It's going to be great. So just keep motivated, keep yourself determined that, you will reach those goals that you set for yourself, and just do it. Just stream whatever game you want, whatever time you want, but just make sure you're concise and you're consistent with what you do, and hopefully you can get to the point that you want to be at with it. I have so many more tips that I'll put into another video, but that's just kind of like an intro starter for those of you that want to get started. I will put links to all of the things that I listed down below, as well as any helpful information. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. If you want me to keep making videos like this, tell me. If not, don't tell me, because I'm probably going to do it anyways. But either way, I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this helps you, and I will see you guys next week with another new video. Peace out, and fair winds, my dudes.